For the next part of the recipe, I would like to share with you some of the other ingredients. I'm going to use olive oil and get it to a nice heat. So I start my stove at a high setting and then I bring it down to about medium. I use natural olive oil. Some of the ingredients that I like to use for the beef stew is garlic, red onion, tomato, potatoes, carrots, and peas. Now, this is a grandma recipe. This is something that reminds me of the ancestors, something that we used to eat all the time. It was my favorite thing as a kid. And this is something to bring strength. Like eating a beef stew is good for health. For at least for me, I have a lot of stomach issues right now, so I want to have something nice and hearty to eat. So this is a way to honor our ancestors, is to make the dishes and foods that we enjoy. So in the pan, I'm going to add my seasoned meat. Now this is what we call Creole cooking of the Caribbean. Creole food that's Creole. So food that is Creole typically has tomato sauce or tomato paste and a garlicky kind of taste. Okay, so I'm not gonna touch it now. Um, Let me just rinse my hands quick. So you kind of let that go for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes, maybe about a good about 5 minutes or so. Just for the sake of time and the video, I'm just gonna kind of shortcut a little bit. So you wanna think about your abuelita, all the ancestors. You wanna clean a very good meal. This is the way that I connect with my gitana, is that we used to cook together. My madrina and I, we used to cook together. So these are kind of the grandmother kind of things that we used to do. Now, once you let the meat kind of brown a little bit, you want to then add in your other condiments. So I'm just gonna raise up the flame just because for the video time. I'm gonna mix in that. Because I'm cooking beef, I wanna use just a little bit of apple cider vinegar just to cut that little extra part. 1 second. Just a little bit. And then the next part, you wanna just kind of finish browning the meat like that. I have it on a high flame just because my stove doesn't really get that hot. So this is a conduction stove. So the next part I want to do is add in what we call the piment, the the onions. You want to use the onions, tomato, and onions. Garlic. I'm sorry, the garlic, onions, and tomato. The next part is just you want to stir it again, just like that. Now, when you make beef stew, you don't want it to be cooked too high. You want to bring down the temperature right away. Okay. I have it on a high heat right now, but I'm gonna bring down the temperature significantly down to about a medium low in a second. Then I add in the carrots and potatoes with the water. I add in my I add in my Goya tomato sauce.